Hello, hello. Check, check. 1 2. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Hello, hello. Check, check. 1 2. Check 1 2. Check. I swear it's like I don't know how to take pills anymore. I used to be such a professional. I just took a vitamin, my multivitamin for the day. And I swear I almost choked on it live in the beginning of this podcast. And hey, me getting close to death at the beginning of this podcast kind of makes sense. Hello, welcome back. It's been about almost a month since the last episode, and I have a lot to talk about. I don't have any sort of like list or outline or anything, but I have a lot to say. The last few weeks have been weird as fuck. And if you watch any of the live streams that I've done here, you'd know that. Or if you cared, or if you just what you knew me, you'd know that the last few weeks have been really weird for me. Trying to just I don't know, stay focused and continue to dare forward. Welcome back to the Yesterday Podcast. So the last podcast I did was called New House and New Vibes. And I think that was probably the first podcast I did at this house. And it was one of the first times I ever regretted doing a podcast because I didn't know what the fuck to say. I didn't know what I felt even when I moved to this new home, and my entire life completely got flipped upside down in 99% positive, in 99% a positive way. It was a mind fuck. It's still a mind fuck. And it's kind of a trip to like, I don't know, to be in this much more self-aware place that I am, and to also see that I'm mind fucking myself because my life is getting so much better. And it kind of made me get very introspective the last few weeks or month or whatever, even a little before that, as far as like, what the fuck am I doing here? What is this YouTube channel? What is me coming on this podcast every week and telling everyone about my failings and my problems? Like, what the fuck is all this? Why have I chose this field? And just like, why did I start doing it? And the more I thought about it, the more I remembered, like, I have an actual thought that I remember having when I was like 16 years old and thinking, I bet if I started to learn how to rap and make YouTube videos, people would love me. People would like me or think I'm cool. That was exactly what it came from. Dan Bow in chat says, your come down video helped me out a lot. Thanks. You're welcome, man. Thanks for checking it out. I'm glad it helped. And even as I'm talking now, I hear myself being repetitive. I hear myself saying the things that I've said for years. I hear me yearning for this attention and yearning for this sense of validation from myself. And I think that it stems a lot from my childhood and things like that, but it also stems from the fact that I've never truly like, been able to like forgive myself, I guess I could say. And that's kind of like a big reason that I get stuck in contemplation. I get stuck in, wondering why I'm doing YouTube videos, wondering why I do this. I think too much. And I've realized that I think it comes from the fact that I am constantly thinking to the past because I feel like shit about it. And that's in a sense a good thing, but when it becomes too long, it makes you a piece of shit because you're too focused on thinking about you or how much of a piece of shit you were. And I don't know, man. I've gotten to a place now in the last month, because right before we moved, I was really, really, really in a good place. And the vibes that we came into in this home were beautiful and amazing. But there were like 3 moments, and we've only been here like a month, that were really huge argument type situations and nights for me and my wife. And on top of that, I just got really deep into these different thoughts from the Mind Control podcast. And shit just got super fucking confusing. Plus the vibes were off. We were in a new home. It was hard to stay focused. Hello, Via. How you doing? It was hard to stay focused. And I think that had a lot to do with the fact I was just so tired. I've been working my ass off. Moving has been a bitch. But I don't know. I guess really what I want to say is that I've started to understand that what I've learned the last few weeks, taking a step away from the podcast, but taking a step away from YouTube, like not so much, but I mean, for the last month, I've really only done like random live streams and the Mind Control podcast. And I guess before I say what I've learned and where I'm at now, I should go deeper into how this all was. I got into the Mind Control podcast episodes about the Pure Comedy album by Father John Misty. And there's another one that we did on Jim Carrey's book, Memoirs and Misinformation. And that's the inspiration for the title of this video, Dare Forward. Throughout the Memoirs and Misinformation video, there's this constant phrase being said, dare forward, which is kind of like just keep hammering, keep fucking going. Because things can get confusing. Things can get apocalyptically bad. And sometimes it's easier to go through bad situations than it is to go through confusing ones. Because when you're just confused and you can't stay focused and you can't grab a hold of your values and what you truly believe, and you're confused by that, it's scary as fuck and lonely, and you kind of lose your mind. I've lost my mind the last few weeks, man. And over nothing, over my life just being better, and me having to focus on different problems now. And it gets confusing, and it kind of got me to a place where I started wondering if I even want to do this YouTube thing anymore. If there's a point. I have not ever been this type of person who's afraid to change, or who's afraid to let go of certain things. But one thing I can say that I have always been afraid of is letting go of this dream I've had since I was 16 or 17 years old. And the dream has evolved, but it's for the most part stood the same, which was become successful through creating art. And I've had levels of success. I have people here watching me right now, randomly on a Sunday afternoon. I have people out there who love my music, people who still to this day find my channel and become, supporters. I've helped people. I've spread positive information, helpful information to the world. And I've done what some could only dream of. And I've learned that it's kind of like I'm chasing this goal that will constantly get pushed further away. It's like I've gotten caught up in trying to grow my YouTube channel rather than just fucking having one, or trying to use my art for personal gain rather than just creating art. And that made me want to take a step away, dude, like really, really seriously. And I've been going back and forth with it, for a long time, but it really only got serious the last few weeks. And I talked about it in a live stream, a random one on my channel recently, but it's weird, man. it's weird, like, just making content forever. And then just like, I don't know, just like thinking of a life without doing that. Like, that doesn't make sense to me. Like a life where I just, like, I think about it. I've been thinking about it. Like, there's people out there who don't have computers. That to me is crazy. I can't imagine a life without having a computer to come sit my fucking fat ass on. You know, I just can't. I can't imagine not having a place where if I'm, you know, chilling or want to hang out with people, I can't just go live on a website and have multiple people come and hang out with me. I can't imagine what that's like. But you know what I also can't imagine what's like is being financially stable and happy and have a job that I enjoy and come home and rest and spend time with my family every day. Go to work for 8 hours. That's the hard work that I do. Then I come home and I leisure. And this kind of brings me to my next point, or a next point, of when you consistently compare yourself to other people or to ideas of where you should be or where you think you need to be, you will constantly set yourself up for failure. And that's what I've been doing. And that's why the goalpost keeps moving, because I'm not aiming for the right shit. And I'm not saying that like what I want to start aiming for is a 9-to-5 job and not having any sort of like extracurricular passions. But I think that I need to understand that my life needs to be a little bit more complex. That I need to focus on a job and a financial income because of the positive aspects it has on my life and my family's life. But I also think that my passions need to stay there, and they need and I need to stay more. If anything, I need to focus on them more. But I need to quit hanging on to this bullshit fucking past, these branches that I hold on to. I need to quit thinking that the only content I can make that's going to be successful is psychedelic content and no one loves me if I don't. I need to stop thinking that if I stop smoking weed and drinking alcohol, which I don't want to do. I could definitely ease up on one of them, both of them, but I need to quit thinking that this person I was and these characteristics I had are me. And by letting go of them, I lose myself. I need to evolve, but truly evolve. Evolve past knowing I've evolved or saying those words. I need to quit saying I need to do this and just do it. That's kind of where I'm at, man. And I'm starting to understand too that struggle, that I need to force myself to struggle. And when you do that, it sucks, man. There's times where your mind will play tricks on you and tell you that you deserve better. What the fuck are you doing? What is this your life for, man? You had this, you could have done that, blah, 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 blah. But that's just the struggle fucking with you. And I'd rather have the struggle fuck with me than the lazy depression fuck with me. Because when you struggle and when you're doing shit you don't want to do, like working a job, like you know, going and supporting people, you know, doing things that you don't necessarily want to do, but you know that there's a greater purpose. When you do that, my thoughts will fuck with me. But at the same time, I know they're just bored thoughts or my mind playing tricks on me. And I can hold on to the fact that, oh, I'm fucking making money right now. I'm focused. I'm doing what I need to do right now. And when you're the voices are fucking with you because you're being lazy and you're depressed or you're not feeling good or whatever or whatever. You're just doing shit that you shouldn't be doing and you know it. Those voices will fuck with you, and you can't get them to go away. You can get them to go away by getting up and cleaning up something real quick, going to the kitchen and doing the dishes or whatever. Those little moments, you can have like little temporary moments to get away from that, to make yourself feel better. And that's what I did forever. But now I'm starting to understand, I can stay focused and just struggle and the voices will still, I don't know. I'm fucking sounding confusing already, but this is all just random thoughts coming out of my head, man. It's fucking rough, dude. And it's, what's even fucking harder, man? I don't have a fucking YouTube channel that I can just come on and just like escape anymore. Like I used to be able to make videos and I used to like just be funny about it or just like, and it would be like an escape. But now when I come to my YouTube channel, it feels more so like I'm just like, almost like talking to my dad or something. like it's what I need to do, but it's like sometimes it's just not the most, I don't know if I can like exciting thing. I'm here with you, Tyler. I'm here, buddy. All's okay. Just take a second to breathe. We still loved you when you took your break on smoking and drinking, so if you stop, you'd still be the same person and you'd still be loved and liked. I appreciate you, Ia. Thank you. I'm not at all like, it's not necessarily even like that I'm worried about if people would like me. I mean, I guess that is definitely an aspect to it, but I think it's more so like, who am I if I don't create? Who am I if I don't smoke? Who am I if I don't X, Y, Z, And that's scary, dude. It's definitely scary when you start to see the fabric of yourself melt away. It gets confusing and you don't know what the right thing to do is. I can say now though that, let me speak on a couple more things that went on before I start wrapping things up a little bit. I uploaded a Instagram video of a couple weeks ago of a panther stalking a dog. Looked like a golden retriever type dog. The dog was sleeping on like a doormat. And this panther was like looking at it while it slept. And then the dog woke up and the panther grabbed the dog by the neck and fucking just like held it down and dragged it off screen. I reposted this. I've talked about this on stream quite a bit already, but not on the podcast yet. And I did this. I just thought it was a crazy fucking video. I didn't think too much of it. That was probably one of my most popular Instagram posts like of all time. And I had people commenting that seemed to be upset about it. Questioning me. Why the fuck would you put this? Why would you post this? Dude, why? I just didn't understand it at first. It took me a few days to really sit back and think about it, to understand, okay, I guess I did something wrong. I guess it was kind of rude and maybe annoying to shove this graphic video into people's faces without even so much as a warning. I guess I could accept that. But for whatever reason, I got to this point where I started to see it as my time to yell at the world about how fucking blind we are to what the world really is. How blind we are looking in our phones, smiling at every little like and ding that happens on that little device. Warm in our homes and in our beds on Serta mattresses with the air at 69 degrees. Safe, cozy, full. To get water in the middle of the night, ice cold water in an instant. How stupid and ignorant we've become to what the world really fucking is, and that we have gotten to a place where we have no idea what's out there in the fucking dark. We are so blind to where we are. And every day is a struggle for me to just not fucking focus on it all the time. Am I getting choked up here? What the fuck's happening? It's really fucking hard, dude. And it has been my entire life to not just focus on the fact that this is all fucking terrifying, dude. This is so fucking crazy what we're doing, what we do, what we're all doing every day, bro. It's so fucking crazy. People don't understand how crazy this is. And it's like, I feel fucking crazy every day because I can't stop thinking about it. And it's like, it's hard for me to understand that, like, that people don't constantly, like, I don't know. Like, I tell my wife, like, I mean, this is not something that I would say that I'm like constantly in a crisis over, but I have gotten to the point where, I mean, I have understood about myself that since I was a young boy, I've always been very terrified of the fact that we are so meaningless and we know nothing and we're going to die and we're small and minuscule as far as life and time and the universe. And I just felt it since I was a child. And I've started to understand that over time, we just distract ourselves with different shit. We distract ourselves with love and friendships and partying and conversation and sex and drugs and alcohol and cigarettes and work and money and power. They're all distractions. Things that take away this understanding that we're all about to fucking die. And we don't know what the fuck's going to happen after that. That's all everything is. And it's, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm legit at a point now where I'm just so fucking annoyed by any sort of cancel culture bullshit, any sort of ignorant judgment on who I am as a person, what I believe, or anything like that. I take as a fucking shot of disrespect. I don't even know what that meant, but I said it. I don't know. I'm like really not like constantly, I would say, worried about it, about dying, I guess, but I am constantly thinking about everything. And I'm constantly thinking about everything because the underlying issue is that I'm afraid to die, I think. And I'm afraid of this unknown. So that causes me to think about everything all the time, because anytime that my mind gets quiet, that's when I start hearing this is going to end soon. You don't have too long. I'm trying to sleep. I'm trying to go to bed. And everything's quiet. And all of a sudden I hear, what if the person you are now dies when you go to sleep? And when you wake up, you're born into a new soul. And the person you are now is going to die when you fall asleep. And as I sit here and I drink my black cherry White Claw, which is my new favorite beer. What's up, Cosmic? What's up, DQ? What's up, Plucky? What's up, Tyler? What's up, Via? What's up, Swillifornia? What's up, Drew? And as I sit here and I drink my black cherry White Claw, there are no voices. And then when I look here at the screen and I see my friends, there's no voices. But you know what happens? You know why I don't hear the voices right now in this moment? Because we're caught in this rhythm, right? The podcast is going well. The conversation is going well. I have this train of thought that I'm starting to follow. And the second that fucking train, that rhythm falls off, you're a piece of shit. You're a fucking loser. There's only 12 people watching you, and you've done this for 10 years. I am not a weak person. I am not a stupid person. But I'm also not a happy person. And when it really comes down to it, it's all my fault. And I've done my best to lie to myself about it, but I blame everyone in my past for it, and I take no responsibility. I've become so good at lying to myself, I forgot that I was lying to myself. I no longer have patience or energy to lie to myself anymore, or to anyone else. I'm a narcissistic, selfish, attention wanting loser. Holy shit, bro. You made me look. So, thank you, Ryan. I appreciate that, man. What's your definition of happiness? A consistent distraction from my inevitable death. No, I mean that black square thing. What do you mean? The TV? It's a TV. On my left? You mean the bed? The remote? I don't know. I didn't want to make this podcast this big old calling myself a piece of shit loser thing. And that's really not what I'm trying to say. But I can't tell you how fucking good that just felt to say all that. And, I talked to a friend of mine today, and they told me that something extremely, extremely life-destroying happened to them. And it fucking shook me to my core, honestly, when I read what they told me. And it totally fucking put things into perspective for me and was like, okay, I need to shut the fuck up. I need to shut the fuck up now. If I could, I would punch myself in the fucking face. I guess I could. But I hit kind of hard. Kind of scared. And just the fact this person was able to breathe and to write me what they wrote me in general and was a sign of their strength. And I need to quit worrying about, like, in life, there's always going to be this fear of the apocalypse, right? And people are like, no, I'm afraid of the apocalypse. Walking Dead, fuck that shit. What you talking about? No, the like, there's like an apocalypse as far as your life in your universe, and everyone goes through one, multiple. When a family member passes away, when there are huge, huge issues that happen in your life, losing your job, becoming homeless, becoming addicted to drugs, fucking huge, major life occasions that happen, those are the end of the world moments. And I've felt one or two. And it's fucking scary, man. It's fucking terrifying, bro. And I feel like because there's always this worry about these apocalyptic moments happening in our lives, we tend to not be able to appreciate the moments we live in that aren't apocalyptic like that. And I know that my phrasing is weird and I might sound confusing, but it's like I need to put my life in perspective and understand how beautiful I have it and quit focusing on the what ifs, on the what was, just focusing on the now and who I want to be tomorrow. I need to quit thinking and comparing myself to who I used to be and compare myself to who I was. Or stop comparing myself to others and comparing myself to who I was a long time ago and compare myself to who I was yesterday. Wake up in the morning and say, how much better am I than I was yesterday? King Art in chat says, what will it take to make Audible fully happy? I just think I need to focus and struggle and quit being lazy. And I need what I'm understanding now is that I'm at a point where the struggle is helping a lot, but it's hard to stay focused. And when I say struggle, all I'm saying of that is focusing on the job that I have, even though it's not fun, it's not fucking, fulfilling and all this other shit, which eventually I need to get a job that is. But for now, I need to understand that this is what it is. I'm going to work my way towards getting a job that I will feel fulfilled in. But for now, I'm going to focus on doing this job because it provides positive aspects to myself and my family. And I need to understand that doing this extra struggle and this hard work it does make things complicated and a little bit more confusing, and it's harder to stay focused, but it is definitely possible. But on top of that, I need to not let go of the passion I have, which is to create. And what I want to create changes. It used to be comedy, it used to be a comedic fucking YouTube channel. It used to be skits. It used to be, it didn't used to be music. It used to be more music involved. It'll always be music. It just needs to stay a thing for me. I need to stay focused, and I need to understand that my content is going to evolve. What I want to create evolves, and just ride with that. There's dozens and dozens of lessons I've learned over the years that I have to put into play all at the same time and allow it to become the person I am. Have you tried writing down a routine to stay focused? I have. But it seems like to me, like, I'm not saying that it wouldn't help, because it probably would. But like, I feel like there's not much that I really need. It's not so much routines that I need to write down. What I need to remember is go to work. Don't call off. Make sure your family's happy. Create. Stay focused on all that. That's really it. Eat healthy. Brush my teeth. And I was getting really close to where I felt comfortable with all those things. Like, I felt like confident that was who I was becoming. And then we moved. Then we moved, and shit got weird and scary. And then the Panther Instagram post happened, and I started being like, fuck everyone. And then it just got confusing, man. And it only took me about a month or so to kind of iron things out. It's like, okay, I'm a little bit more tired now. And now in the last few days, I've just felt more focused, and like I've been able to hold on to like certain things. And I just need to understand that I need to focus on my marriage and making my wife happy, and just different things like that, man. I don't know. I'm in a good place now, and right now, today and yesterday, that's funny. I'm just happy with that. That's all I can do, is just be happy with that, man. And I'm sorry that, I don't know. I feel like this podcast, I need to quit apologizing for being introspective on this podcast because that's what this is. So, yeah, man. DQ in chat says, I appreciate these words and your realness. You help a lot more people than you know. A lot of people go through these exact things, so you're not alone, brother. Well, thank you, DQ. I appreciate that, man. Thank you for real. I'm doing my best, man. I don't know. You know, one thing I've learned too is that in my actual life, I need to quit being so opinionated with my family and friends. I've chosen to go down this journey of self-improvement and introspection and stuff like that. But just because I go through this doesn't mean that I need to force everybody else to go through it too. And when I get drunk and I'm around people I haven't seen, I tend to be very what comes off judgmental, but really I'm trying to help, and not everybody wants your fucking help audible. And I feel like I've started to low key like lose friends over it because like back in the day I used to be just loud and abrasive and annoying, but now I'm becoming like when I drink, and when I drink, I'm becoming loud and judgmental and annoying, and I fucking hate it. And yeah, I just learned that I need to take a step back and quit being judgmental of my own family. My mom came over recently, and I instantly just kind of like went off on my sister. I like started like talking shit, but it was like coming from a good place where I was trying to help, but I was talking shit, and it just made me think like, oh, I'm actually like hurting more than I'm helping. And I heard somebody in the podcast say, you know, it seems like the second you try to help somebody, they're just instantly turned off to the idea. If you try to give somebody advice, they're just like, oh, fuck you and your advice instantly, if they don't even understand it. That's just how they are. But I don't want that. I truly do want to help people. And so, no, wait, let me get back to what I heard in that podcast. That person say, they said that the second that you try to help somebody, it's like they instantly get turned off to it. So the person in the podcast who was talking, I think it was Bill Burr actually, said that the best way that you can help the people around you is by helping yourself and leading by example. So that's kind of where I'm at now. Trying to get to a place of that, and trying to get to a place of compassion, and trying to get to a place where I don't think I'm better than everyone else. You can only help those who want to be helped. It's very true. But it's so hard, man, when you see people you love just doing shit that you know is harmful to them. Especially when you know it for a fact, because that was you. Like, there's people in my life and my family, my immediate family, that I see them doing and making the same fucking exact mistakes I made literally less than a decade ago. And I want to be like, dude, I just did this shit like a few years ago. Like, listen to me. Yeah, I don't know. It's scary, man. It's scary as fuck. I need to stay focused. I need to keep pushing, and I need to dare forward. That is the point of the podcast, to continue to dare forward. The confusion will stay confusion unless you dare forward. The voices will get louder unless you dare forward. Another big mind fuck that happened, speaking of dare forward, was Jim Carrey himself retweeted our podcast and said that he listened, or he didn't say he listened, but by what he said in the tweet, he listened, or I mean, unless it was somebody else who tweeted it, but like he mentioned, basically Jim Carrey and Dana Vachon wrote a book called Memoirs of Misinformation. Me and my cousin do a podcast called Mind Control, where we review and discuss different books and movies and stuff like that. We did this book. I tweeted about it. Dana Vachon tweeted about it. And then Jim Carrey retweeted about it. And it was a mind fuck. He just said, thank you, babes, basically, for being thoughtful about it. I think I mentioned it in a few streams. I've mentioned it quite a bit already, but that was wild, dude. And it literally it was like so wild that we didn't even like, I don't know. It was crazy, dude. It was fucking crazy. I don't know. I like legit, like, didn't know what to do. Like, it happened when I was at work, and my phone just started buzzing. Bzz, bzz, and I looked up, and there was like 20 retweets I had. And I was like, holy shit. I kind of knew what happened, but there's a lot of good that's happened. And it's funny because it's mostly good that's happened the last few weeks. But somehow I got to a point where things got really hard for me in my mind. So lame. So fucking lame. But have you ever thought about doing therapy in your area? Sorry, I'm not really catching up with chat, but I have, yeah. And I'm thinking about doing this app called BetterHelp. We'll see. Everybody thinks it won't happen to them. Sometimes you just got to let it happen even though it's hard. Yeah, that's true. Ram Dass said the best thing you can be is to be a space where someone can come up for air if they choose to. Wow, that's beautiful. I fucking love that. Currently watching a shroom video. Nice. I hope so. Which one is it? The documentary one? That's a wild one. Via in chat says, I feel you. I see it in my friends too, but what I do is hey, fuck up your life if you want. Whenever you're ready to get help, I'm here, but just don't get too lost. Yeah, I guess that's all you can do, right? I learned the hard way, and I'm glad I learned that way. The hard way is the best way. Hell yeah. That's true. Not necessarily, though. You know what I heard recently? I heard somebody say, what is the saying? Hold on. An ignorant man learns from his mistakes. Or wait. Yeah, it's something like, I don't know if ignorant is the right word, but something like that. An ignorant man learns from his mistakes. But a wise man learns from the mistakes of others. So, there's a lot that I've learned from the mistakes of others, but most I've learned from my own mistakes. So, but you got to do the video sessions? Okay, Frederick, for sure. I'll definitely do that. Talk about the time you did acid with Logan Paul? No, fake news. Sorry, guys, I got to write back here. All right, my bad. Sorry about that. So yeah, man, I don't want to make this out to be like this depressing podcast. I do want it to be an introspective one, and I do want to do a lot more with the Yesterday podcast. I want to start having guests on, and I want it to be a lot about like introspection, just deep kind of talk, and not necessarily always, down vibes, but also some fun vibes, some comedy vibes, Either way, there's going to be a lot more coming. And right now I have to understand that really what I enjoy doing is I like playing Fortnite and I like doing podcasts and live streaming. I'm not really interested in doing anything else. So I don't know. That's all I can really say. And going forward, I can see myself doing some trip stories here and there, especially because I see a lot of people actually still who like the ones that I started doing where I was reading other people's stuff. So, yeah. We still need that Danny episode. Yeah, for sure. I don't know. I've heard that saying, but I don't know if it's said that way. I don't know if it's ignorant. I think it's like a smart person learns from his mistakes, and a wise person learns from the mistakes of others. That sounds more right. Start streaming on Twitch. I've thought about that. I've thought about I've been thinking a lot about even starting a whole new channel, guys. I really have. So I'm not even against it yet. I mean, I'm not. I just kind of am over the vibes of this channel. Not the vibes. I wouldn't want to say the vibes, but I feel like I've kind of developed a demographic on this channel, a type of audience, which I love. But a part of me is curious how, if I did, let's say I did another channel where I just did family friendly content and I was kind of a lot more laid back and funny type stuff. And I don't know. I just different ideas. Or what if I didn't or if I had a channel that was all podcasts and maybe even political and and life type shit like that? How would that go? Or, You know, or is the fact that I've done so much psychedelic and risque content on this channel literally made the algorithm not fuck with my channel? You know what I'm saying? Just how would it go out starting fresh? But I don't fucking know. I've talked about that for so long. But who the fuck knows? Man, you know what's so fucked up? Via's in chat says, play Fortnite so I can see you lose. And then Cosmic Void said, so he, wait. Oh, I see. Okay. Fucking, I tried to stream Fortnite like 3 different times the last few weeks. And each time my game just keeps messing up and it acts weird. And I tried to stream Fortnite recently, like a couple days ago. And it legit just totally fucked up. And it was so frustrating. And then like right after I streamed, I got off and I hopped on Fortnite and instantly got a win. Yikes. It's friendly toy unboxes. I don't know about all that, but I mean, shit. I can see myself doing something like, I don't know, like, I could see myself doing some like, I don't know. I would say more politically correct, rather not even politically correct, but monetizable content. That's what I should say. Content that I could actually like get promoted by YouTube for, you know? But who the fuck knows? I don't fucking know. I ain't really tripping on all that. Why not do that but on Monty's channel? That's true. I don't know, man. These are all just thoughts and things I want to do. All I know right now for a fact is I really enjoy the Mind Control podcast. I really enjoy this podcast. And I really enjoy just, you know, hanging out and live streaming. So that's what we're going to do. And if things hit, you know, if inspiration strikes me, then it is what it is. Oh God, if you make a political one, I'd fuck with it. That's kind of like where I've been heading a lot more with my thoughts and ideas and stuff and things I'm researching. It's like, I'm so fucking over this politically correct kind of wave of cancel culture and the left and blah, blah, blah. And like, it's just so fucking annoying. And I'm just so totally annoyed by it and want to fight against it in any possible way. The fucking flood of misinformation, the fucking disgusting wave of lies and bullshit that we all have to fucking swallow as Americans is disgusting. And it's almost as if there's also, it's like there's people out there who are legitimately hurting and scared, but who are reacting to all that in the worst way possible. And it's like Karens, there's a way you could talk to a Karen and break her down or him down and understand what the fuck they're tripping about. There's a way. Everybody has some sort of conversation you can have with them to where you'll understand them and you can come to terms. I firmly believe that there's a way that two people, no matter how far apart, they can absolutely find something in common and find common ground. Absolutely. But I think that there's so little people out there who know how to bring people together that way. There's so little people out there who don't have a dog in the fight and who can approach situations and conversations unbiased. Very little. And I think the world needs more of that. So that's kind of one of the ideas I've had as far as making it like a political channel. But I'm way too ignorant and stupid with all that to do that, any of that, something like that soon. But I'll be 30 in about a month, guys. So we'll see what happens. Is Audible voting for Trump this election? I'll tell you this. I am right in the middle right now. I don't know who the fuck to vote for. Every day it seems to go back and forth for different reasons. But as of right now, I think Joe Biden's a puppet, and he's a puppet for the worst part of America. The worst, most evil, vile, disgusting, conspiratorial part of America. He's a puppet for them. And Trump, pretty smart business guy, Pretty smart as far as like the financial side of things for the most part. I think from my understanding, he's made a lot of good decisions financially for the country. But at the same time, he's a fucking moron. I don't like him personally. And socially and spiritually, he's been the worst president possibly ever. But there's also a lot of positive changes that have come through his presidency. And I think that goes overlooked. And I think that having anybody in office who's going to shake shit up this much, I mean, it has to get better, right? It can obviously get worse. But it almost needed to get worse to get better, low key. And that's kind of like one of the things that I'm like kind of with Trump about. And not with him, but like with the idea of somebody like him being in office. Fucking shake this fucking snow globe and see what the fuck happens. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I'm definitely going to stream on my 30th birthday for sure. But yeah, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I've said what I need to say. That felt really fucking good, man. I feel tingly all over my body, like for real. I know that's kind of sus to say to a dozen people at once, but you guys made me feel tingly all over my body by allowing me to release things from my body. Wait, what? The words I meant. Anyways, I love you all. You guys, this is another just stage of life, and I'm really excited and happy and about wanting to stay focused, you know? And yeah. Just got to stay focused and don't let the confusion get to me. Don't let the fucking bullshit thoughts get to me. And when I talk about me, I'm talking about you too. This podcast is not for me only. It's also for you. And if you could learn anything from me, even one thing, even if it's don't ever be like me, I did my job. Appreciate you all. Thank you guys so much, man. This has been actually a really fucking good night. Yeah. All right. Like the video. Enjoy. Check out the merch. I need to start talking about the merch more. I'm actually going to start releasing the Christmas merch and the Halloween merch very soon. So by next podcast, that will be available. If you guys are interested in some Halloween Audible 484 merch or, you know, whatever. Yeah. All that good shit. You guys are amazing. Much love. Much love. You guys have a great week. Maybe I'll see you in the morning for another Monday morning live stream, huh? Peace out, everybody. Have a good one.